G'day everyone, the Global Surveyor. I'm out here at a place called Richmond Lowlands. Look at this gorgeous little lane here. Paddocks with cattle. See some homes up on the top of the hill just there. Just in front of that is a Hawkesbury River. And this part of the world here got really smashed by the floods over the last few years. So much that houses were washed into, or parts of homes were washed into the Hawkesbury River. And what a great place to work. So I'm out here doing a boundary and detail survey today, and I've done the detail component, but I need to tie my observations into the boundaries, and I'm actually struggling to find survey marks. I found a peg here just up against this post, and I was looking for what was a mark in concrete, and I couldn't find any concrete just there, but there's some concrete there, and there's some more concrete here, but I don't think that's the concrete that I'm after. There should have been just a small piece of concrete there, so I'm going to have to do quite a bit of measuring today and look for some extra survey marks, so come along for the ride. You can see how lovely some of these properties are here. The gates and the tree-lined driveways. It's just amazing. So come down to this corner here, check out the concrete block silo, or I don't know, it's not a water tank. Anyway, on my plan here, it says drill hole at corner in concrete telephone box and RM GI pipe 0.3320 for 1 metre. Concrete telephone box. There's a concrete PMG box, Postmaster General, and there's heaps of these little sort of deviations, like little holes in the top here, and really this is not the place to place a mark, you know, but obviously it was someone got away with it, and on this plan it has some fence offsets here. It says the fence is 0.54 off the boundary and 0.21 to the left of the boundary. Well, getting my measuring tape and using this, I've been able to find the remains of a drill hole here. So there's a drill hole in top of concrete telephone box. I'm going to have to give that a coat of paint, because otherwise no one will find that again. And measuring a metre from there, which I did, dug a hole, found the GI pipe here in Richmond Lowlands. Yeah, so great to find that GI pipe, which means I can take a measurement and hopefully find 1 or 2 more marks, because it's starting to get late in the afternoon, and it's a bit of a pest. So you can see there are a lot of turf farms around here. This is what these large sprinklers are for. It's either turf or crops, but I think in this instance it's turf. And there was a state survey mark, actually a permanent survey mark, right in the middle of this road. And when I looked at Google Street View, I could see this tuft of grass, almost as if someone had cut it out, and grass had grown where the soil was, but the road's been resurfaced and I can't find it. Then I've just driven down this road here, only to find a locked gate saying no entry, because I've probably further down that road, I think it got smashed by the floods as well. So I'm not having much luck here. The only luck I do have is the fact that where I'm working, what a fantastic place. Look how beautiful it is. Could be stuck in an office, but I'm not. Oh dear, I've looked for quite a few survey marks in this Richmond Lowlands, and I think a lot of them have been disturbed, or a lot of silt and what have you on top. but thankfully I found one here under this big tree, and it's a permanent mark here. You can see, hard to see, but I've got the pole set up on the steel pin just in there, and not bad accuracy, 21 mils 3D. If I just change that, you can see it's 19 by 10. What I'm going to do is just record this without tilt compensation. So you can see that the cross is there. There's no green circle, which means I've turned the tilt off. I've got a bipod here supporting the pole. And what you'll find is after a period of time of recording positions, the accuracy, the 1D and the 2D will get smaller. Now we're down to 15 by 7. And as we sit here, that will slowly get better. 40 positions. See, 13 by 6. And then once it goes point stored, it will just revert back to slightly less accuracy. But whew, right under this tree here, thankfully I got a position which will hopefully get me out of trouble. Here's an interesting thing. You can see here I'm on Edwards Road. There's the Hawkesbury River there. And I'm just here. It says RM concrete block found, and it also says here Edwards Road 6.64 metres. Can you see that? Yeah, 6.64 metres wide. Edwards, the Edwards Road. Well, there's a fence. There's another fence there. It's definitely not 6.64 metres wide. It looks as though it was originally possibly that width, and someone's decided to put this lovely row of trees along here and the formation. So that's very confusing, and so when you're starting to look for survey marks over here, because I thought I had a mark and I've dug and I couldn't find anything, I've found a peg down the end and I found some marks that I previously showed you, and I've staked out a reference mark. Well, I found a GI pipe just here. It actually said it was a concrete block. Well, it's not a concrete block, it's a galvanised iron pipe. It might be a galvanised iron pipe in some concrete. There's something quite hard. Oh no, that's a loose rock. It's a galvanised iron pipe, so that is pretty confusing. You can see the difficulties we have looking for survey marks. It's a real mathematical, and it's a puzzle, and you can be head scratching for hours. But I found a pipe there. No one would have ever known it was there, and I'll give that a measure, and then when I get back to the office I'll have to fine tune my measurements and see what it's all about. Yeah, so if you happen to be in Edwards Road in Richmond Lowlands, this is where there's a GI pipe here opposite a bend in the fence, which is kind of in the right location, but yeah, very confusing. And really super impressive. I mean, look at these. I think these are called plane trees. And look at the accuracy. 13 millimeters vertically, 6 mils horizontally. Flick that over. 3D quality, 14 millimeters. And look where we are. It's just absolutely incredible. That's a Leica GS18 GPS receiver. Well, what a day. I've done a few calculations, found a couple of marks, tried to find a galvanised iron pipe and a piece of concrete just over there, and I dug and couldn't find. I tried to find a state survey mark that's not coordinated. It's supposed to be in this little hole here. Couldn't find that either. Gee. Well, that's just all about surveying, you know. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you've got to use your brains more than necessary, but I think I've got enough today, so I'll end the video. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and make sure you check out us on TikTok and YouTube, depending on where you're watching. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. See you later.